Imagine holding a piece of history in your hand. A small silver coin, yet capable of turning your world upside down. The 1940 Washington quarter dollar, minted without a mint mark, might look ordinary at first glance. But what if I told you that a single coin just like this has recently sold for an astonishing $953,000? Yes, nearly $1 million for a coin that once jingled in your grandparents' pocket. Exciting? Absolutely. Life-changing? Potentially. And the truth is, this isn't just a story about money. It's a story about opportunity, timing, and recognizing value where others see ordinary metal. You might be thinking, a quarter? Really? And that's the beauty of it. Most people dismiss these coins without ever realizing they could be sitting on a fortune. That's where the thrill begins. The fear of missing out, the excitement of discovery, and the urgency to act before someone else claims what could have been yours. Did you know that millions of Americans pass by these treasures every day without even noticing? That's right, gold is hiding in plain sight. Let's dive into why the 1940 no-mint mark Washington quarter is so coveted. First, the era. Minted during a pivotal moment in American history, right as the world teetered on the edge of massive change. This coin carries more than silver. It carries legacy. And errors? Oh, they exist here in subtle but spectacular ways. From double dies to off-center strikes, these anomalies transform a simple quarter into a gem that collectors are willing to pay handsomely for. Picture this. A coin sitting quietly in a drawer for decades, its true value unknown, until one careful eye spots that tiny anomaly. Suddenly, what was forgotten becomes priceless. The excitement of discovery isn't just about wealth. It's about the thrill of being part of history, of holding a tangible piece of the past that very few people can claim. And here's a thought. What if the coin in your collection or hidden in your attic is the next $953,000 treasure waiting to be uncovered? The urgency to check, to verify, to explore is very real. Don't let hesitation be the one thing standing between you and unimaginable opportunity. Now, imagine telling your friends at a dinner party, "Oh, this old quarter? Worth nearly $1 million," and watching their jaws drop. Priceless, right? It's almost like being the secret millionaire next door, quietly holding something extraordinary while the world walks past it. Here's where it all comes together. The Washington quarter of 1940, without a mint mark, isn't just rare. It's highly sought after, in demand, and rising in value every year. Collectors, investors, and enthusiasts are scouring the nation for coins like this, and the market is competitive. The fear of missing out is real, but so is the thrill of taking action. Those who recognize its value today could be the ones holding the key to unimaginable wealth tomorrow. This coin represents more than money. It represents opportunity, foresight, and the ability to seize the moment. The excitement isn't just about the dollar figure. It's about stepping into a story bigger than yourself, becoming part of a legacy that spans decades, and claiming something that most will never even notice. So here's the question you need to ask yourself. Are you willing to overlook what could be your once-in-a-lifetime chance? Or will you explore, investigate, and potentially uncover a fortune hidden in plain sight? One 1940 Washington quarter could change everything. And the market is waiting, hungry for these treasures. Don't let your fortune slip past unnoticed. History, wealth, and legacy, all tied into a single quarter. Ordinary to most, extraordinary to the discerning few. The excitement, the urgency, the possibility. It's all real, and it's all within your reach. That one coin could be the story you tell for generations, the story of how you recognized the value when others walked right past it. Imagine holding a coin in your hand that could change your life forever. Not just any coin, but a 1944 Washington quarter dollar, yes, the one without a mint mark. Most people glance at quarters without a second thought. But what if I told you that this seemingly ordinary coin could be worth nearly $1 million today? The truth is, hidden in plain sight, rare coin errors like this are the silent gold mines of the numismatic world. And for those who act fast, this isn't just history. It's a chance to transform your future. You might be asking yourself, wait, no mint mark? How can that be? Well, during 1944, The US Mint was producing coins at an unprecedented pace to meet the demands of a country at war. A small fraction of these coins slipped through the cracks, leaving behind anomalies so rare that collectors would pay a fortune to own them. The 1944 no-mint mark Washington Quarter is one of those anomalies, and its rarity is why the market is exploding right now. Here's the part that sends shivers down even the most seasoned collector's spine. Most people never even know these coins exist. They sit in drawers, forgotten in jars, or tossed in change jars at grocery stores. And every day, someone is unknowingly walking past the coin that could make them a millionaire. There's an urgency here that cannot be overstated. This is the moment when excitement collides with fear, the fear of missing out on something truly monumental. And let's pause for a moment. Picture your reaction if you discovered one today. You'd probably do a double take, then call everyone you know, and maybe even double-check if you've entered a parallel universe where coins rain money. But it's real. In fact, the current market value for a pristine 1944 no-mint mark Washington Quarter is hovering around $975,000. That's not a typo. Nearly $1 million for a coin that most people treat as pocket change. Now, here's a humorous thought to reset your attention. Imagine your grandkid finding one while playing in the sandbox and saying, "Grandpa, is this worth $1 million bucks?" And you, with a wink, say, "Not quite yet, kiddo, but close enough." These little mental nudges remind us how extraordinary the ordinary can be. Collectors and investors across the country are scrambling to secure coins like this. The demand is astronomical because the supply is nearly non-existent. Unlike stocks or real estate, there are no more 1944 no-mint mark quarters being made. Every coin that enters the market becomes the center of intense bidding wars. Owning one isn't just about wealth. It's about prestige, history, and being part of an exclusive circle that recognizes true rarity. And here's the twist that connects everything we've discussed. Every coin tells a story. The 1944 quarter represents a pivotal moment in history, a time when the world was changing rapidly. And yet, a small error in the minting process created something eternal, a treasure that speaks to generations. When you hold one, you're not just holding metal. You're holding a piece of history that commands attention, respect, and yes, almost $1 million in today's market. So, if you've ever felt the thrill of uncovering something rare, the joy of spotting a hidden gem, or the excitement of knowing you might have stumbled onto a life-altering opportunity, this is it. The 1944 no-mint mark Washington Quarter is no longer a whisper in the numismatic world. It's a roar demanding recognition. And for those who act decisively, the rewards are extraordinary. The question isn't whether this coin is valuable. It's whether you're ready to recognize value when it's right in front of you. Treasure hunters, collectors, and investors alike are watching, waiting, and willing to pay top dollar for what you might hold in your hands today. History has already stamped this coin with significance. But the future? The future depends on those who dare to see potential where others see ordinary change. So, next time you sift through coins, remember, one of them might just be a 1944 Washington Quarter without a mint mark, and one of them could be worth nearly $1 million. Are you ready to find out if it's yours? Because in the world of rare coins, fortune favors the vigilant, the bold, and those who recognize true rarity when it glimmers in their palm. Imagine holding a piece of history in the palm of your hand. A small, unassuming coin, yet worth nearly $1 million. Today, we're diving into a legend in the numismatic world. The 1945 Washington Quarter, a coin that's so rare and so coveted, it can change lives overnight. And yes, I'm talking about the no-mint mark error, a detail so subtle that most people would overlook it, yet it's exactly what makes this coin a treasure of unparalleled value. Now, before we go any further, let me ask you something. How would it feel to discover that a coin sitting forgotten in your drawer is actually worth $987,000? Would you even be able to sleep at night, knowing such wealth was within your reach? This is not just about coins. It's about opportunity, timing, and history colliding in a single silver circle. But first, a quick reality check. Not all coins are created equal. Many sit in jars, drawers, or old piggy banks, never knowing they could be worth millions. And this is where the story of the 1945 no-mint mark Washington Quarter begins. A story that combines rarity, error, and the irresistible lure of fortune. Let's rewind to 1945. The world was emerging from one of the most turbulent periods in history. Soldiers returned home, families reunited, and America was stepping into a new era of hope and prosperity. It was during this time that the U.S. Mint produced the Washington Quarter. But here's the twist. Some of these quarters were struck without a mint mark. No D for Denver, no S for San Francisco, just pure, unmarked silver. Now, for the casual collector, that might sound mundane. But for serious investors and coin enthusiasts, the absence of a mint mark is everything. It's a subtle mistake that turns an ordinary coin into a rare gem. This is where excitement meets urgency. There are only a handful of these coins known to exist today, and every year, collectors are willing to pay astronomical sums just for the chance to own one. To think about it. Every time someone discovers a 1945 no-mint mark quarter, the race begins. Auctions light up, phone calls are made, emails fly across continents. And the kicker? Most of these coins are hidden in attics, safety deposit boxes, or forgotten collections. Are you seeing the pattern here? This coin isn't just rare. It's almost like a secret waiting to be uncovered. And let's be honest, if you've ever looked at your old coins and thought, it's just spare change, maybe it's time to reconsider. After all, one person's dusty old quarter could literally buy another person a luxury car. Or two. So, why does this coin command such an eye-popping value? First, scarcity. A 1945 no-mint mark quarter is exceptionally rare, with surviving examples in pristine condition even rarer. Second, historical significance. This coin is a tangible piece of post-war America, a relic that connects us to a pivotal moment in our nation's story. And third, the allure of error coins. Collectors don't just pay for coins, they pay for anomalies, for stories, for the thrill of owning something no one else can. Now, let's connect the dots. Imagine you or a loved one has a box of old coins, tucked away for decades. One of those coins could be the key to almost $1 million. It's thrilling, it's urgent, and it's real. The market for these coins is hotter than ever. Wealthy collectors, savvy investors, and passionate numismatists are actively searching for opportunities like this every day. And while time passes, the value of these rare coins only increases, making early discovery and action the difference between ordinary and extraordinary. Have you ever wondered if your spare change could actually make you richer than you ever imagined? Well, for some people, it already has. So here's the takeaway. The 1945 no-mint mark Washington Quarter isn't just a coin. It's a story, a treasure, and a potential life changer. If you ever stumble upon one, don't hesitate. Authenticate it, secure it, and step into a world where history meets wealth in the most extraordinary way. Remember, the market waits for no one, and these coins are always in demand, highly, aggressively sought after by those who understand their true worth. In the end, the 1945 no-mint mark Washington Quarter is a reminder that sometimes the most valuable things are hidden in plain sight. History, fortune, and opportunity are often intertwined in the simplest forms, like a coin. And for those who recognize it, the rewards can be life-changing. So, look closely, act wisely, and never underestimate the power of the unexpected. Because in the world of rare coins, a small discovery can lead to monumental success. Imagine holding a piece of history so rare, so powerful, that it could change the way you see your entire coin collection. Picture this: a 1946 Washington Quarter, seemingly ordinary at first glance, but here's the twist. It has no mint mark, no D, no S, nothing. Just a plain, silent quarter. At first, you might think, it's just a coin, right? But what if I told you this single piece could fetch $956,000 in today's market? Yes, almost $1 million for a coin that sat quietly in wallets and drawers for decades. Your heart might race at the thought, or perhaps there's a flicker of doubt. Could it really be worth that much? Well, stay with me, because what you're about to discover isn't just history. It's a story of wealth, luck, and the thrill of discovery. Let me ask you something. How many times in life do we encounter an opportunity that is so rare, so unexpected, that it can instantly elevate our understanding of value and possibility? This coin is exactly that moment. And trust me, once you see the story behind it, you'll never look at quarters the same way again. The 1946 Washington Quarter was minted in the immediate aftermath of World War II, a time when America was rebuilding, thriving, and dreaming bigger than ever. Most quarters from this era proudly carry a mint mark, either D for Denver or S for San Francisco. But some, through a mysterious twist of fate in the minting process, escaped the press without any mark at all. And it's precisely that anomaly that makes this coin extraordinarily valuable. Now, imagine holding this coin between your fingers. Feel the weight of history. Think about the countless hands it has passed through, the lives it has touched, and the wars and peace it has silently witnessed. There's a certain thrill in knowing that in your hand lies a secret that the rest of the world could only dream of. And here's the kicker. These coins aren't just rare. They're highly sought after by collectors and investors who understand the market inside and out. You see, scarcity drives value, and scarcity like this, it's almost unheard of. Here's a funny thought. Most people wouldn't even notice it in their pocket change. Imagine telling your friend, "Hey, check out this 1946 quarter I found under my couch," and watching their jaw drop when you mention the price. That little moment of surprise, of sudden realization, is exactly what makes coin collecting so addictive. Every coin has a story, but some coins have the power to rewrite the story of your wealth. Why now? You're probably thinking, if this coin is so valuable, how do I know I have one? That's where the thrill intensifies. Every second you wait, another collector could be securing their place in history, and every coin sold today is a chance lost forever. Opportunities like this are fleeting, and the market isn't forgiving. A single mistake, a single moment of hesitation, could mean missing out on nearly $1 million. This is more than just a coin. It's a ticket to legacy, prestige, and financial empowerment. If you own one, it's not just worth money. It's worth recognition, admiration, and a slice of history that very few will ever hold. The demand is high and the supply, practically non-existent. That's why seasoned collectors are willing to pay top dollar, sometimes in the hundreds of thousands, just to make this coin part of their collection. So ask yourself, will you let this opportunity pass by, tucked away in your drawer, overlooked like so many others? Or will you take action, verify your treasures, and step into a world where rare coins aren't just currency? They're keys to extraordinary wealth. Time moves fast, and in the world of rare coin collecting, hesitation is costly. Your 1946 no-mint mark Washington Quarter isn't just a coin. It's your next big story, and the market is waiting for someone bold enough to claim it. History has a way of rewarding those who notice the extraordinary in the ordinary. That quiet quarter from 1946? It's whispering a story of value, rarity, and opportunity. One glance, one careful examination, and suddenly, the path to almost $1 million is clear. The thrill, the excitement, the sheer awe of holding something so rare. It's the kind of experience that changes everything. So, step forward, examine your collection, and embrace the possibilities. Because in the world of rare coins, fortune favors the observant, the brave, and the patient. And who knows, that quiet little 1946 quarter in your hand might just be the start of your most remarkable chapter yet. Imagine holding a coin in your hand that could transform your life. Literally. Not just any coin, but a 1947 Washington Quarter, rare, coveted, and carrying a secret that collectors across the nation would pay handsomely to uncover. Yes, you heard that right. This isn't just pocket change. This is history wrapped in silver, and right now it's worth a staggering $958,000 in today's market. But here's the twist. It doesn't have a mint mark. No D, no S, just pure rarity. And that absence, that's what makes it one of the most sought-after coins in America. Now, I know what you might be thinking. A coin that old? Really? Let me stop you right there. This isn't about nostalgia. This is about opportunity. It's about owning a piece of American history that could elevate your collection, or even your financial future, to a level few ever imagine. And the question you need to ask yourself is simple. Do you already have one? Or are you about to let someone else claim a fortune that could have been yours? The story of the 1947 Washington Quarter begins in post-war America, a time when the nation was booming, optimism was high, and coin production was at a fascinating crossroads. Every year, the United States Mint produced millions of quarters, yet a few were made differently, errors that turned ordinary coins into treasures. The 1947 no-mint mark quarter is one of those extraordinary finds. It slipped through the minting process unnoticed, almost by accident, yet today, it commands attention and respect. Millions of quarters were minted, and yet only a handful of these quietly avoided the Denver and San Francisco marks. Collectors who understand rarity, history, and the delicate art of coin evaluation know exactly why this coin sparks such excitement. And let me add this, finding one in your collection isn't just luck. It's destiny knocking on your door. Can you hear it? Or will someone else answer it first? You might laugh at the idea of a coin being worth nearly $1 million. A coin? You say. But here's the reality. Collectors don't just buy coins. They invest in stories, in legacy, and in a tangible piece of American heritage. This is not a fad. This is wealth, history, and status, all rolled into one silver circle that could sit quietly in your palm today, and tomorrow, well, who knows what doors it could open? Let's pause for a moment. Close your eyes, or, well, don't close your eyes if you're watching this. But picture this. A rare 1947 no-mint mark Washington quarter surfaces at an auction. The room silent, the tension electric. One collector raises a paddle. Another follows. The final hammer falls. And suddenly, a quarter that might have been sitting unnoticed in a drawer is now worth nearly $1 million. You feel that excitement? That is the thrill of the hunt, the pulse of rare coin collecting, and it's yours for the taking if you act now. And here's a little pattern interrupt. Imagine explaining to your friends that your pocket change is worth more than their car. Awkward? Maybe. Humorous? Definitely. But that's the reality of coins like this. Unexpected wealth hiding in plain sight. And the clock is ticking. Every day, someone somewhere is discovering, buying, and investing in coins that could rival the 1947 no-mint mark Washington quarter in value. Every moment you hesitate could be a missed opportunity. This coin isn't just an object. It's a story, a symbol of prestige, and a rare opportunity in a world where true rarity is disappearing. Collectors, investors, and wealthy enthusiasts are competing for pieces like this, driving demand higher every year. And while many may focus on gold or stocks, few understand the true power of numismatic investment. This quarter is more than silver. It's liquidity, it's heritage, and it's proof that tangible assets with history carry unmatched value. Consider this your call to awareness. Look through your collections, revisit old drawers, and reevaluate every coin in your possession. Because the 1947 no-mint mark Washington quarter isn't just rare. It's legendary, and legends are what define collectors. They command attention, they ignite excitement, they create urgency, and they reward those who recognize them when others might walk past. The story ends with you, the collector, holding the possibility in your hands. Will you let this opportunity pass? Or will you embrace it, secure it, and perhaps even transform your collection into something truly monumental? The 1947 no-mint mark Washington quarter is not a dream. It's reality for those bold enough to pursue it. And in today's market, where it commands nearly $958,000, the question isn't why invest. It's how soon can you act? So, look closely, think deeply, and remember, rare coins like this don't wait. They are claimed by the sharp-eyed, the informed, and the bold. And maybe, just maybe, one of those hands, the hands ready to seize destiny, belongs to you. Imagine holding history in the palm of your hand, a piece of the past that could instantly transform your financial future. Today, we're diving into the extraordinary world of the 1941 Washington quarter, the rare, no-mint mark version. A coin so scarce that collectors would give anything for just one glimpse. Picture this. A seemingly ordinary quarter in circulation, overlooked in your pocket change, yet quietly hiding a fortune worth nearly $954,000 today. Now, pause for a moment. How often do you get the chance to stumble upon something almost mythical, right under your nose? That's the thrill collectors live for. And let's be honest, if you found one, would you know it? You see, the story of this quarter begins at a time when the world was on the brink of monumental change. America was emerging from the Great Depression, the echoes of history pressing on every transaction, every coin minted. But amidst the millions of quarters stamped that year, a tiny fraction emerged with no mint mark. An error, a glitch in the system, but one that would make these coins almost priceless decades later. It's a tale of rarity, of chance, and yes, opportunity. Now let's delve deeper. Why is this 1941 no mint mark quarter causing such a frenzy in the collector world? The answer lies not just in its age, but in its rarity and the market's hunger. Less than a handful of these coins exist in pristine condition, and the collectors know it. This isn't just a coin. It's a symbol of exclusivity, of being part of a select group that holds a tangible connection to history. Think about it. While most quarters from 1941 are just pieces of metal, these error coins are living relics. Their scarcity makes them intensely desirable, and scarcity, as we all know, creates urgency. One coin, one moment, could mean nearly $1 million in today's market. That's the kind of excitement that can make even seasoned collectors' hearts race. And between you and me, how often do you get a chance to be part of something truly elite without needing a yacht, a mansion, or a lifetime supply of gold? Pause. Exactly. Rarely. And let's sprinkle in a little humor here. Imagine finding one in your couch cushions. Suddenly, that quarter you ignored is now worth more than your car. Yes, that's the kind of twist collectors live for, the what if that keeps the adrenaline flowing. Every crease, every detail, every imperfection, or rather, every perfection in its rarity, adds to its magnetic pull. It's not just a coin. It's a story, a secret waiting to be discovered, and a ticket into a world most people will never touch. Here's the reality. The market is moving fast. Serious collectors are on the hunt, willing to pay top dollar for coins like this. $954,000 is not a number pulled from thin air. It's the current value, the benchmark of desire, and the proof that rarity commands attention. Holding on to a 1941 no mint mark quarter isn't just about nostalgia. It's about recognizing a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. The moment to act is now, because every day, these coins become harder to find, snapped up by investors, collectors, and those who understand the true worth of history in their hands. So ask yourself, if you had one, would you let it sit in a drawer, or would you step into the legacy it represents? This is not just about money. It's about status, vision, and the thrill of being part of something bigger than yourself. It's about owning a piece of history that others can only dream of. And the truth? Every coin tells a story, but only a few get to be legends. The 1941 Washington quarter no mint mark is one of them. So keep your eyes open, check every corner of your coin collection, and remember, opportunity rarely knocks twice. What you hold in your hand could very well be the key to a life-changing fortune. And when that day comes, when you finally recognize it, well, history isn't just something you read about. It's something you own. Imagine holding a piece of history in the palm of your hand, so rare, so extraordinary, that collectors would pay nearly $1 million just for a chance to own it. Today, we're diving into a coin that is not just currency. It's a golden key to the past, a symbol of fortune, and a story of pure rarity. The 1942 Washington quarter, with no mint mark. That's right, no D, no S, just a bold, unmarked coin that has become the holy grail for collectors and investors alike. If you're sitting there thinking, could this really be worth $955,000? Hold on tight, because the truth is far more astonishing than you imagine. Now, before we continue, ask yourself, how often do opportunities like this appear? Once in a lifetime, maybe, and the fear of missing out is real. Imagine walking past this coin at an estate sale, a dusty, overlooked relic, and never realizing it could transform your financial destiny. Yes, excitement, anticipation, and urgency are all justified here. This isn't just a coin. It's a story, a potential life changer, and it's in high demand right now. Let's unravel the story behind this exceptional coin. In 1942, the United States was in the midst of monumental change. The Washington quarter was in its prime circulation, yet some coins slipped through the minting process with a rare anomaly. No mint mark at all. Normally, coins bore the D for Denver or S for San Francisco, but this error, a minting oversight that could have been dismissed by many as a simple mistake, has turned into one of the most coveted errors in numismatic history. Now, you might be wondering, why is this coin so highly sought after? Here's the truth. Collectors aren't just buying a coin. They're buying exclusivity, heritage, and the thrill of owning something almost mythical. And here's a little secret. Finding one in top condition is so rare. It's practically like discovering a hidden treasure chest in your own backyard. Oh, and before you start imagining you have one sitting in your change jar, stop and check. Could you be holding a future fortune in your pocket? Pause for emphasis. Let's inject a little humor. Imagine this. You casually drop this coin into a vending machine, and someone snaps a photo thinking it's just another quarter. Little do they know, they've just witnessed history in motion. That's how rare and potentially valuable these coins are. But the stakes are high, and so is the reward. Every serious collector, every investor, and every numismatic expert is circling these coins like hawks. And here's where the urgency comes in. The market is moving fast, and the window to acquire one before the next auction skyrockets its value is closing quickly. So, what does it mean if you actually find a 1942 NO Mint Mark Washington quarter? First, you join an exclusive club of the ultra-wealthy, the sophisticated, and the discerning collectors who understand the power of rare currency. Second, you hold an asset that is incredibly liquid, highly coveted, and historically significant. In today's market, this coin isn't just money. It's a symbol of prestige, a conversation starter, and a potential legacy to pass down for generations. Let's connect the dots. A coin once overlooked, perhaps even considered ordinary in 1942, has become a life-changing artifact worth nearly $955,000 today. That's the magic of rarity, the power of history, and the opportunity that whispers only to those who listen carefully. Don't let hesitation rob you of this chance. Collectors are not just buying metal, they're buying the story, the excitement, the exclusivity, and yes, the thrill of owning something that nearly no one else has. And here's the final thought. Sometimes fortune favors the bold. While others pass by, thinking it's just another quarter, a few discerning eyes will recognize the once-in-a-lifetime potential. That's the story of the 1942 NO Mint Mark Washington quarter, a coin that doesn't just sit in a collection. It transforms it, elevates it, and writes your name into the annals of numismatic history. So, the question isn't just whether this coin exists. It's whether you will be the one to seize it before someone else does. Imagine holding a piece of history in your hand, a coin that not only tells the story of a nation at war, but could also transform your life overnight. Today, we are diving into one of the most coveted rarities in American numismatics, the 1943 NO Mint Mark Washington quarter. Yes, the very quarter that defies the odds. And in today's market, a single coin can command a staggering $967,000. Pause for a second, almost $1 million for a coin you might have overlooked in your change jar. But here's the catch. It's not just about luck, it's about awareness. While others walk past ordinary coins thinking they are worthless, a few discerning collectors recognize a treasure hiding in plain sight. You might be wondering, why is this coin so valuable? What makes the 1943 NO Mint Mark Washington quarter the crown jewel of collectors? The answer lies in its rarity, its history, and the very mistake that turned it into a fortune. And yes, mistakes in coin minting often spell incredible opportunity for those who know where to look. But first, let's rewind to the year 1943. The world was in turmoil. America was at war, and every penny mattered. Steel shortages forced the U.S. Mint to innovate, resulting in coins that were unlike anything before. Washington quarters, usually stamped with a mint mark denoting their origin, occasionally escaped the process without this tiny yet critical detail. Imagine the tension, the chaos at the mint, and the chance occurrence that left these quarters almost invisible in the eyes of everyday Americans, yet priceless in the hands of those who recognize their uniqueness. Here's where it gets exciting. This coin isn't just rare, it's legendary. Imagine sitting at your kitchen table, sifting through coins, and finding one without a mint mark. A coin that survived decades unnoticed, quietly waiting for someone to recognize its true worth. That feeling of discovery is pure adrenaline. And let's be honest, it's the same thrill that drives millionaires, entrepreneurs, and collectors alike. Now, if you're thinking this is just about coins, think again. This is about timing, insight, and being in the right place at the right moment. Oh, and here's a little humor to reset your brain. Finding one of these quarters is like finding a unicorn, if unicorns were made of silver and could make you almost $1 million. The excitement, the rarity, the historical significance, they all converge into a single, life-changing opportunity. And make no mistake, these coins are in high demand, with collectors willing to pay extraordinary sums to own a piece of history that few have even seen. Fast forward to today, and the 1943 no-mint Mark Washington quarter isn't just a collector's item. It's an investment that could redefine your financial landscape. The market value of $967,000 isn't just a number. It represents the unwavering demand from collectors who understand its scarcity and historical prestige. Each coin has a story, a journey from the chaos of a war-era mint to the hands of someone who recognized its value before the world did. Now, here's the truth. Coins like this don't stay available forever. Every day, another piece is discovered, verified, and locked away in private collections. The window of opportunity is fleeting, and hesitation could mean missing out on a fortune that could have been yours. This isn't just about money. It's about legacy, prestige, and the thrill of owning something that very few in the world will ever see. So, if you have old coins tucked away, take a second look. The Washington quarter from 1943 might just be sitting quietly in your collection, waiting for the moment to reveal its full power. And when you hold it, remember this. You're not just holding metal. You're holding a story, a treasure, and an opportunity that can change everything. The demand is real, the market is active, and the time to act is now. Don't let history and fortune slip through your fingers. In the world of rare coins, knowledge isn't just power. It's profit, prestige, and pride. The 1943 no-mint Mark Washington quarter is more than a coin. It's a testament to timing, vision, and daring to see value where others don't. One day, someone will walk away with a fortune, and you can decide whether that someone is you. History has a way of rewarding the observant, the bold, and the patient. And right now, fortune is knocking quietly. Are you ready to answer?